Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Sistas on BET. This is season 9, episode 13. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, and you can also subscribe and leave your comments below. Let's get into this episode. Okay, so of course, the continuation of looking for Karen. Where is Karen? Nobody seems to know what's going on. Now they've gotten the police involved. Miss Lee, is her name Lisa? Hopefully it is. Karen Mom. She made a report. The ladies, they went on and talked with the officer just to give their insight or what they think, what they know. And they talked about, Karen, she just had a baby. She also lost a baby. It could be just post-traumatic stress. Postpartum, that's what it is, sorry. What else? She also wrote that letter. What did you get out of that letter? And he says it looks like if she has not at least attempted, she was at least thinking about offing herself. Now, I think his name was Officer Baker. Hey, no. Let me stop. But do you know how many variants of Tyler Lepley is out there that Tyler Perry be hiring? But I know it's not Tyler Perry that's hiring. He's got casting directors and all that. But I mean, the same archetype keeps showing up on our screens as far as facial features, or physical and facial features. So Fatima gets a call from Karen, as we knew from last week. Fatima's like, what's going on? As she's talking, and Karen's like, look, I need to talk to you. And she's like, well, let me go get Zach. Like, no, I don't want no one to know. I'm going to text you this address and you come meet me. Don't tell Zach, none of that. So then Fatima says, okay. Fatima runs downstairs and she's looking for Zach. Remind you that Zach has actually been called away because he found out that Karen was missing. I forgot who contacted him or whatever. So he's over there at Karen's home. She can't find him, so she goes over to where Karen has text her number, or not her number, her place, because she was like, what is this weird phone call? This weird number at? So she goes, and it looks like it's at a church. And it looks like it's for women a support group that just come and get support in regards to people that just feel lost after having a baby or just really dealing with a lot of postpartum depression. Karen tells her story. She's at a place where she just doesn't feel anything. She is scared to really handle her baby, all that good stuff, not good stuff, all that stuff that she's dealing with is a lot on her, and she's just lost. Fatima shows up, she stands over there in the corner, and just waits till they're done, and they talk. And Fatima's like, a lot of people are looking for you. There was a note that was very cryptic. Of course people are looking for you. Karen said, I was just writing out my thoughts. You wrote out your thoughts that somebody could find right there, ma'am? I mean, I know you're not thinking correctly. I mean, you just ran off with the baby. Nobody knows what's up. So Fatima was like, well, why did you call me? How come you didn't call one of the other girls? She said that I called you because you wouldn't judge me. I said, wow. And Fatima was like, true, I would not, and I'm here for you. She's encouraging her. She's just affirming her and who she is and all that. After that session, Karen goes home. Everyone's there meeting her, or seeing her and greeting her. The mom, Miss Lisa, hugs her, and if you notice, there's no emotion on Karen. I don't even know if she hugged her back or whatever, but of course everyone's questioning her and all that. Karen gives what she felt, and nobody can really understand what's up. And I hate that. I understand that they're used to a certain type of level from Karen. This is not the Karen that y'all know. This is not the Karen from college. She's really suffering a lot. However, it was very irresponsible for her to just get up and leave like that. Even if, I don't know if it would have been better if she went by herself or with the baby, but it was very concerning and all that. And Karen, when they also find out about that Fatima is the one that she called, and they were like, you could have talked to us, the sisters. She said, I could, but Danny, you can be a little aggressive. Andy, you too busy. And Sabrina, you could be a little bit, everything's hunky-dory, and I just needed another outlet where I felt like I could be understood out of people that could critique me on this and that. I mean, that should really be something to really get the people that are around her to like, ooh, am I like that? Let me not try to be that. Even if it's unintentionally, it could come off a certain way, especially in this time. Karen saying that I need something else. I need something different. So, as Zach is finding out at the same time about Fatima was the one being called, he's giving some nasty looks at her. Did you see that? I said, Lord, Zach. Because what happened was, I forgot this part. Either Zach or Fatima called, either or, I don't know which one. But they called, and at that point, Zach said that where he was at, Karen's missing and all that. Let me know if you spot her or whatever, because we know that Karen is the type of person that will pop up over at the Taylor's home. And Fatima said, okay. At the same time, Fatima knew that Karen had called her or whatever. But Fatima respected Karen's privacy at the time, you know. And just being discreet at the moment. Zach's not having it. So everyone gives her a hug and all that, reassuring her that they are there for her, and we'll get to Aaron, because Aaron stepped up, and I loved it. Everybody goes back home to their respective places. It's almost morning time, but they got to get ready and go to their jobs. Danny goes back to her home. Got to get ready. Is about to go to her job, and she talks with Tony. And Tony's like, did you think about me moving in and all that? She's like, no. After everything that's going on right now, you know, I haven't processed anything, but we'll talk about it. Really, she wants to say something bad to Tony, like, ninja, get up out my house. That's what she really wants to say, if you can read the facial expressions and behavior. But then something just caught me. Did y'all see that now Tony is betting? I said, Lord, now you're supposed to be discovering yourself and taking a break, a couch potato, and now you're starting to bet money because you're bored now. And maybe you need to find something to occupy your time now, if you're not going to go back to work. That's not having to deal with you wasting money. Tony, I've been on your side and fighting for you, but now you starting to mess with the church's money. To me, I don't know if you're winning or losing or not, or winning or losing, I don't know. But that's a little bit sketchy. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Karen, she's getting ready to go to work and all that. Talks with Danny for did they get together at all or whatever? I don't know for sure. But anyways, they talk a little bit about the whole Karen thing. And did you see Zach and how he was looking at Fatima? Because everybody was surprised that Karen called Fatima of all people. Then they talk about Sabrina with her cousin. Oh, they said that, I ain't forgot about Andy with this whole Gary situation and all that. And she just says that she's going to really hold Andy's neck to the fire in regards to going back to Gary. She's a repeat offender. Sabrina's like, you think that she really would go back to him? Yes, that's all she does. She keeps doing this, and she keeps trying to hide things from us. And that's not how we're going to operate around here. Then they talk about the cousin. And Danny said, well, you know, he was lying about his occupation and all that, and I know you're not going to see him anymore. And then Sabrina was like, yeah, but you can see that there's some lingering, like, I still want to see him. Anyways, now her and Maurice, Sabrina and Maurice, they talk. I think she's arrived at the job, and she updates him on Karen, and then also Maurice updates her on Dylan. And he's like, I've never really felt this way about someone, and how he even pulled me in for a kiss. It was just something great. And then she talks about, you know, I think I still want to be with Danny's cousin. So we know how that's going to be. There's something I wanted to add that I forgot when Pam was like, I knew you was okay. And some of the others, I think Danny said it too. That's how black people are. They really don't understand mental illness. It's crazy. Danny, I would think that you have a little bit more of an edge up because you're actually going through therapy. But it's just like, that's how y'all treat it. Oh, she'll be fine. And she's not fine, y'all. She's not fine. Not fine by the least. What was I going to say? We got with Sabrina. Okay. This scene made me cringe. Andy and Fatima. Fatima making sure that she's on her job and she's gotten what Andy had asked for, get some people that are from this group as possible witnesses to help her in her claim, in her case, against Dr. Cruz. And she was like, I don't know, Andy was like, I don't know if this is going to help, but we're probably going to have to get more. And she said, great. On top of that, Andy then is now questioning and trying to analyze, why would Karen call her of all people? Fatima just tried to change the story and to change the subject as soon as possible because she could see the direction it was going. Andy at this point is bothered that Karen would call her of all people. Bothered by this greatness that Fatima is operating in, which is bad. And to me, I feel like she's weaponizing her position at the company to try to humble Fatima. Like, itch, you lower than me. And you can't do nothing and be successful without me. You got to stay under my belt there. And I don't like how Fatima's feeling. But I do have to go back to Zach and Fatima. They were arguing with each other when she got up. Zach is in the kitchen looking like a Dark Knight, just staring at her. And he's like, don't you think that we need to talk? He's like, talk about what? You're mad at me, I'm mad at you. So we just mad at each other. And then he was wanting to know, why didn't you tell her about Karen? Da, 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 da. Why didn't you tell me that you was gone last night? Da, 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 da. Well, I was sleeping on the couch, so da, 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 da. Nobody's trying to hear each other. And then Zach is saying, well, you always want me to communicate, and this is what you do. There's just always these double standards. And Fatima was like, at least I got standards. At least women got standards. That's what he said. Women got all these double standards. It's like, ooh, what's up there? But anyways, I don't care about them arguing. We know that they're going to eventually get back to a happy place. She talks about him making a decision to try to get a doula when she said that she wants to go to a hospital, making all of these decisions without her. And he said, hospitals are whack. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so it was that type of situation, and she still left mad. And he did ask her, when she got the job, are you okay? You just don't seem like yourself. She's like, yeah, I'm good. Da, da, da. Did she have a scene with Chaz? Because what's going on with Chaz is that he's this athlete and he thinks he's entitled. He does not get the girl. He always gets the girl under any circumstances. And now he's got this struggle and thinking that someone he's in business with is supposed to compromise and to bow down to him at this point. And it's getting out of hand. And Fatima, you're going to have to get it together. As you said that you can handle it, so go on and handle it. Aaron finally steps up and basically it's like, what's going on with you? I'm here with you. Da, 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 da. She's pleading her case as to how she feels like, I'm here getting up with the baby. I'm here for you, but it's just like, you won't let me in at all. At the end, Karen said, I really think I need to get out of Atlanta. Oh. She don't care about anything. She's got to go find herself. I said, oh. It feels like Karen has just played Aaron. And she settled for Aaron because she couldn't have Zach. And that wasn't fair to Aaron. Aaron did step up, though, to try to be a part of this. And maybe that was not okay, or maybe it was okay. I don't know. That's for someone else to judge in this whole situation. But it was a cool episode. Obviously, there's a setup for something. I think Karen's leaving the show. The actress. She may not have renewed her contract. But, she started filming the movie that was on Netflix, probably, I'm suspecting, around the time. Do y'all remember there was this photo floating around of when they were filming at least season 10, where there was like 2 new girls and not Andy and Karen? So I don't know if that has any correlation to that. We know that Andy in real life, she's pregnant, so I know that she probably has to remove herself for a little while for filming, but who knows? Tell me what you think about this episode and all this fighting and stuff between the Taylors, and should Sabrina still continue things with this cousin, or what? Tony, do you like the direction that he is going in? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and until the next video, peace.